Hi there, how are you? I haven't gone live here on my page in quite some time, so I'm excited to come in and say hi to everybody. But first, let me just share this in my Facebook group. If you are not yet a member of the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group, you'll definitely want to check it out. We get a lot of questions in there. Hang on, let's share it on over 1 second to a group, Ultimate Baby. It's called the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group. And we have amazing team of admins in there, amazing team of moderators. And how it works is you can post questions, get answers, get access to our resources, our videos. All right, let's post it on in there so everyone who's watching can check it out in there too. All right, so there was an amazing question posted in the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group that I had to come in and address, had to come in and talk about with all of you. So the question is, do you feel pressured to get your baby onto a routine? There was a post that someone posted, and I really appreciate you bringing that to my attention, to everyone else's attention, because it was a smashing hit, right? A lot of people had a lot to say about it. A lot of people came in, had questions on it, had comments on it. So yeah, here's the link if you want to check out the Ultimate Baby Sleep Group. All right, a lot of people had a lot of different things to say, and I wanted to come in and discuss this all with you, okay? Do you feel pressure to get your baby onto a routine? Whether you're following my page, or you're on the YouTube channel, the Baby Sleep channel, or you're in the Facebook group and you're watching right now, I'm a big advocate of a routine, right? So many videos, so many posts, so many comments. I'm constantly talking about routine being this key secret sauce to help your baby sleep, because you can't help a baby sleep when a baby is overtired. You have to have this base foundation to help your baby sleep with a good routine. Everything else I always talk about. We have sample routines. We have sample schedules in there. But what happens if your baby doesn't magically fit the mold of a routine? What happens if, despite your efforts, you can't get your baby to be on an awesome routine? What happens when you try a routine and your baby gets more irritable than your baby was before, okay? I want to just preface and say, every bit of information, every piece of advice, sample routines, it's all here to help you. But at the end of the day, you have to know your baby, right? And if you feel pressured by enlisting a routine, pressured by a specific schedule, then it's not for you, right? Why do I use the word routine instead of schedule? Okay, I use the word routine instead of schedule because often mothers who are more go with the flow, more kind of like free-spirited, not a type A personality like me necessarily, run away when I say the word schedule because it sounds structured, it sounds scheduled, it sounds confining, it sounds rigid. A routine just really means an ebb and flow to the day. Generally, my baby wakes up at this time. Typically, my baby will eat around that time. Usually this. It doesn't have to be a play-by-play to the minute. You should never feel enslaved to the clock. You should never feel like my baby has to do this and never can do that. Okay? So that being said, the healthy way to view a routine is to have one eye on the clock. That's how I tell mothers to do this, how I tell parents to look at it. You should be aware of your baby's habits. Be aware of when your baby is overstimulated, hungry, overtired, needing to eat, but not feeling confined or pressured, okay? I have a lot of people working with me intimately, or people who are in my Rested Moms Club program who try a routine, but despite the fact that we want their baby taking a longer nap, the baby's only catnapping. Or despite the fact that we would like to see a certain awake window, it's not happening. All that boils down to is that you are happy and your baby is happy, okay? So if you are a very structured person, you thrive on consistency, and you really want to see a routine happen, then that's going to be something important to you. But you should never feel pressured for it to be a certain routine. For those of you watching here in the group, you know that we have those sample routines set up. Those are just guides. Those are just there to help you along the way, to use as an example. But at the end of the day, you have to know what your baby's sleep needs are, know what your baby's personality is, and know what's important to you, right? I know me. I like to get my babies on a routine from day one. Like, I'm a little OCD about it, right? In the hospital, I have like timers going on. I'm getting my newborns onto it. Not everyone is as crazy as me, nor do I think anyone should be, okay? Could be that you really love feeding your baby on demand and you don't really want a structured schedule. Or, okay, I'm happy to follow my baby's cues. I don't care if the consistent wake time is XYZ. A happy you, a happy mother, is a happy baby. And that is the most important message I can give you, sleep-related, parenting-related, anything. Don't feel pressured to enlist a routine if you don't want to. Don't feel pressured that you have to have something a specific way if you feel like it's going against or cramping your style or making you feel pressured. The ability and the reason for having a routine from the beginning is to liberate you, right? So you can have the confidence to know when your baby needs to sleep, when your baby needs to eat, when things need to be happening. Like I know when I had only little kids, we used to live probably about 10 years ago. We lived in this neighborhood where there were a lot of parks. And I remember there was this one park, and I've told this story so many times, but it really just, for me, it really exemplifies what the purpose of a routine is, okay? And I was playing at the park, and I was playing with my kids at the park, not by myself, playing with my kids at the park, and this mother came with the baby, and baby was screaming. Baby was crying. So she's like, oh, baby must be tired. So she's rocking the stroller. Baby's not falling asleep. Okay, baby must be hungry. Takes out, makes a bottle, shakes the bottle, gives the baby bottle. Baby's spitting out the bottle, doesn't want the bottle. Oh, the baby must be dirty. Changes the baby's diaper, starts changing. Not dirty, not going on. Okay, my baby must be overstimulated. Takes the baby to a different place of the park. Like, baby was crying. Now, I'm not saying this mother didn't have a routine. I did not know this mother. Okay, I'm not judging this mother. I'm simply using it as an example to discuss. But in my mind, the beauty of having a routine is confidently knowing what your baby's needs are as they come in, not having to play this guessing game. Not having to guess, is my baby overstimulated? Is my baby hungry? Is my baby dirty? Is my baby overtired? Does my baby need to change of scenery? Is my baby this? Because you just have that confident flow to your days. So to some people, that confident flow might mean a printed up routine with consistent wake times and what time. That's what it is for me, because I function like that. But for some people, it might be, when baby starts to pull ears around the 2-hour mark, I know a nap's probably coming. When this is happening, it has to work for you. The second you start feeling outside pressure, the second you start feeling like it has to be a certain way, that's when it's not going to be authentic for you, and your baby's going to pick up on your tension. You're not going to be successful, and everything's going to become an overtired disaster. So make sure that whether you're looking at the sample routines, whether you're logging your baby's habits, whether you're doing something that, give me some hearts here if this resonates with any of you watching. Like, do you feel the pressure, or do you feel liberated knowing what your own limitations are? Please write in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, because that's what prompted me to come in, was all those comments, okay? I don't ever want to make you feel pressured, and I don't want to ever make you feel like your baby has to do something. I just want to educate you, and I want you to understand the backing to help you all sleep, which is the purpose of everything that I do. Is I want all of you fellow delicious, beautiful mothers to be empowered and thriving and rested. And I want to kind of arm you with the ammunition and the tools that you need to get to that place. But the second it starts feeling off kilter for you, the second it starts feeling like something that you don't want to do, pressuring, or it's not working, or you feel like you're bending over, that's when you have to kind of take a step back, close your eyes, and say, what is my goal here? My goal is happiness for me. My goal is vitality for myself. Trying to stick to this routine is totally not who I am. Or I'm trying to stick with it, but my baby's not going with it. What do I need to do? You have to find, there's a disconnect always somewhere. How can you find that middle ground? Is it rearranging the routine? Is it letting go more? Is it becoming more structured for yourself? Is it deciding, listen, this is something I need to take a step back from and revisit in a few weeks? There's no right or wrong answer, and there's so many different combinations of everything. But I just wanted to make sure that you all know that the biggest piece to empower yourselves with sleep is you, okay? And feeling that it's along the lines of your own philosophies, your own comfort zone, what you feel is important, and not feeling this outside pressure. Of course not from me, and I apologize if it ever came across that way. Not from the other mothers, not from the sample routines, not from all the information that we give you with my team of admins and moderators. We just want to give you the information so you are armed with power to make your life better. But that's all it is. We're giving it to you, and you can take it any way you slice it. You could take this piece. You could take it all. You could take that. But start slowly and don't bite off more than you can chew, so that you always feel like it's really, really authentic is the word I keep using, because that's the word I want to say to you, is that it feels real and it feels applicable and doable for you. And the second it starts feeling like it's too much, like it's this routine, the sleep, the tips, this, it's like this burden on your shoulders, that's the second you have to stop. Take a step back and say, okay, what do I like? What do I not like? What do I need to fix? What is a primary goal for me now? What is not? Okay? Anyone watching now, how does this sound to you? I'm going to take a sip of my exciting Arizona iced tea. One of my kids got this for me, actually, because this is my favorite flavor. This green tea. I love it. Green tea with ginseng and honey. Does anyone have anything they want to add? Anyone watching? Do you ever feel like there's outside pressure? Do you feel like, okay, I feel like there's outside pressure, but I can slay it with a sword because I feel like my internal essence, my confidence is more important. Do you ever feel an internal battle between this? Okay, I just want you all to feel good about what you do, feel amazing about being a mother, amazing about being a parent for those dads watching too, and just that you have the information available and you can piece it together at your own pace, or you feel like you have too much information, you don't know how to piece it together, whatever it is, I want you to just feel good. Okay, so I wanted to just come in here and tell you that you should never feel pressured. You should never feel like there has to be a one right way. There is no one right way to do anything ever in life, okay? It's all about what feels good to you. And we're balancing a lot of different things here. We're balancing your baby's sleep needs and personality. We're balancing your personality. We're balancing a partner's dynamics potentially, other kids, environmental causes, family dynamics, mother-in-laws, babysitters, schedules, all into this big equation and recipe that we're trying to put into this thing we call routine, right? So there's oftentimes a lot of pieces, and it's like a puzzle. Sometimes you have to remove this piece to make this piece fit, or take this piece out and do that. I just want it to feel real for you. I want it to feel good for you, and I want you to be happy, okay? Whatever that means for you. A lot of sleep, a consistent schedule, an inconsistent routine, whatever it is that you feel right, okay? So that's the most important message to you, is that I don't want you to feel pressured to do anything, feel pressured to get your baby onto a routine, feel just empowered to know that the information is there and you can incorporate it as slowly or as quickly as you want to, okay? Have an amazing Monday. I hope you all have a rested, fantastic week. Take care.